Hey, Brooke.
Hey, Christy, what's up?
Nothing. What are you doing?
I was reading this article. Did you read this one today?
No, I didn't.
It happened yesterday in Owasso.
What?
Well, actually, she's a friend of the family, too. My aunt, her, best friend's daughter, died in a car accident.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah. It was a severe one. And the guy that hit her just hit and ran.
What?
It happened over on Oak. I'm trying to think of that road.
Bruce?
No, the one before that one. Simpson Road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
I live by there.
Yeah, she was... I'm surprised you didn't see it then, because she was it was around 8 in the morning, so it was kind of foggy and stuff.
Ooh.
And she was driving, and this guy came from in front of her, nicked her car a little bit, and she spun out of control. She went into the ditch. She didn't have her seatbelt on. She didn't make it.
She didn't have her seatbelt on?
Mm-mm. I can't believe it either, because how stupid could you be not to have your seatbelt on?
I mean, it was her choice, I guess.
Yeah, but don't you always wear your seatbelt?
I mean, that's on her at that point.
I feel I think even her mom was saying something to my aunt that, she always wears her seatbelt, and that day she was just in such a hurry, she was just driving, trying to get to work. What really makes me mad is that guy didn't even stop and, check on her. People that lived by there had to call the ambulance. But they say that she would have made it if she had her seatbelt on. Goes to show you should always wear your seatbelt.
Well, I don't know, because once you get in that car, it's your choice to wear it or not.
Well, I mean, I understand, but you would think it's a law. You always should wear it.
People don't always follow laws, though.
Well, okay. I understand what you're saying, but you need to. They're there for a reason.
But just because someone says it doesn't mean you have to do it if you don't want to do it.
I mean, I see your viewpoint, but I would always wear my seatbelt personally. Would you?
No, I wouldn't.
You don't wear your seatbelt sometimes.
I don't. I know it's a law, but...
Let me interrupt you real quick. I'm sorry. It never goes through your head that you don't have your seatbelt on and you could get into a car accident. And if you did, you don't think that seatbelt would save your life?
I just don't really... The cops should not be telling me what I can and cannot do in a car. They're just trying to make money by catching me not wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, I understand that because...
It's all about revenue for them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, it is a way for cops to just get more money from you and to pull you over for something stupid like that. But, I mean, it is just a stupid little thing. You should always have that on. Because there's so many car accidents you hear about where that seatbelt has saved their life.
I understand that.
I mean...
But... I don't know.
I mean, personally, I think 9 out of 10 times that seatbelt saves your life.
Well, 9 out of 10, I don't believe that.
Why? What's your reasoning behind not believing it?
My reasoning is, I feel like what you do in your car, I don't know. What you do in your own car is your own business.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're kind of affecting everyone.
No, you're only affecting yourself. So really, it's your choice. You're affecting yourself. Someone else should not be telling you what you can and cannot do in your car.
Okay, well, let's look at it this way. You're in your car, you're driving, and you have friends with you. You have your seatbelt on, and none of them have their seatbelts on. I understand it's not allowed to have your seatbelt on in the back, but I feel as though you always should. Say you get into a car accident. you are the only one that lives. You're responsible for those people.
See,
They didn't have. Let me finish. They didn't
Sorry.
have their seatbelts on. You were responsible. You were the driver. You should have made sure. I mean, you can't make them do it, but you need to. I mean, it's your car, so you should make sure they have their seatbelts on. Because if you get into an accident, you're the driver. You're the one that. It's your fault.
Does that mean that since you're the driver, you're following every single law? Like you're going exactly the speed limit? So if you're going over, you're responsible for that too.
I understand, but I mean, there's so many. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's like, you just hear about things and like, you need to make sure you have your seatbelt because that person could be in charge of so much, and those are lives in your car that you could be just killing because you didn't enforce, hey, you need to wear your seatbelt. What if the driver wasn't wearing their seatbelt and everyone else in the car was wearing their seatbelt, get into an accident and the driver dies because he doesn't have a seatbelt on?
I would still say that it was their own choice to or not to.
I feel like it could even be compared with like drinking and driving.
How so?
Because you're drinking and then you're driving, so you get into a car accident, say.
But drinking limits your abilities physically. A seatbelt is not going to affect anything unless you get into an accident and you kill yourself, since you made the decision not to wear a seatbelt.
I mean, yeah, drinking and driving is, I guess it's completely different in different ways because there's so many other things that could go wrong. And a seatbelt really only matters if you're getting into an accident of some sort.
Alright.
And I mean, it's not like every day you're going to get into a car accident, but you never know. So why take that chance of never knowing? As soon as someone gets into my car, I'd make them put their seatbelt on. Because I don't want to be... I am responsible for them if they get in a car accident. But if they do, I want them to have their seatbelt on so they have a better chance of saving themselves and being safe.
But have you ever thought about a seatbelt being constricting and actually hurting yourself more in an accident?
Don't
you have that one guy, your sister's husband?
Yeah, my sister's husband got into a car accident back in high school, so like...
And it was because of a seatbelt, right?
Yeah, he didn't have a seatbelt on, and he made it, and... No, he didn't. That's what I just said, right? He didn't have a seatbelt on? Yeah, no one in the car had their seatbelts on.
Right.
And he made it because he didn't have a seatbelt on. The doctor said that if he would have had a seatbelt on, he would have been a goner instantly.
Yeah.
So I guess I understand from that viewpoint where you're coming from. But where do you hear more stories? From the fact that because in his situation, he was going 80 miles an hour on a icy road without a seatbelt.
Mm-hmm.
And, no offense, but he's already doing too many things wrong.
Right.
So, yeah, that helped him there that he didn't have a seatbelt on. But more often than not, isn't it better for you to have that seatbelt so that way you can ensure your safety? And you should just know not to go down a road 80 miles an hour. One, without your seatbelt on, and two, when it's icy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right. It really depends upon if you're a safe driver anyways. Like you said, if you're going 80,
yeah,
a seatbelt, really, you're already driving like a maniac, so...
That's why I feel like if you have your seatbelt on, it's better.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, I feel like more often than not. But, and like you were saying before, having the cops pull you over just for them to make more revenue, right? You said that? I think, yeah, it's dumb for them to pull you over if you don't have your seatbelt on, and for them to give you a ticket for that. Would you agree, though, that is like so don't you just think it's a stupid, pointless ticket to be paying?
I just don't like people telling me what I can and cannot do,
I understand, but when it comes to safety on the roads and with people in your car and just following a simple, tiny little law, don't you think you should just, like, follow that law by wearing that seatbelt? I know it's a pointless little seatbelt, pointless little thing to do, but it's saving your life more than half the times. And people that are in your car.
But once you start with that, when are these laws gonna stop? You know, like eating. That's a distraction on the road. That causes way more accidents.
There are so many distractions. But I think all in all, people should always wear their seatbelts.
I mean, yeah, you kind of convinced me. I really should start wearing it more often, and so should other people.
I think that we should talk to our friends more and tell them how important it is to always wear a seatbelt.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't hurt, I guess.
I'm glad we had this discussion. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Now we know the importance and whatnot of everything that we should do with seatbelts.